Previously, Hiraka finally succumbs to his terminal illness, and as a consolation for living a hard life, a deity reincarnates him with a healthy body and provides him with the almighty farming tool to fulfill his farming dream. Unbeknownst to Hiraku, he was dropped off in the Demon Lord's territory where he domesticates the wildlife and meets some other allies who help him grow his farm. Things proceed as word spreads among the upper military management of the Demon Princess's plan to attack the Great Tree Village. One night, Frorum stays up to complete some paperwork when she is interrupted by a sudden visit from General Beazle. He apologizes for bothering her while she's looking so busy. She informs him that the reason why she is so occupied is because she has been put in charge of the village accounting. Frorum wants to know what brings her father to the village so late. He tells her that the princess is gathering troops and preparing to go on a military campaign. This causes Frorum to stop doing her work in shock as the floating paper falls back down. She is confused as to why the princess would do something that absurd. Beazle explains that while she has been gone, some of her followers have taken the opportunity to fill her head with half-truths. Frorum figures that it must be the doing of Rosalind, Clacase, and Roju, also known as the trio of politically powerful idiots. The bombshells keep dropping when she's informed that it is the Great Tree Village they plan to attack. Frorum wonders what they are eating to give them such ridiculous ideas. We all know that it is probably something herbal. She has been sending plenty of reports back to the kingdom, so it should be obvious that the village is ridiculously powerful. Beazle speculates that her reports were so outrageous that they thought it seemed unrealistic. He even tried to have the Demon Lord stop her, but he's far too soft on his daughter. Frorum suggests going personally to talk some sense into them. Her father informs her that they will be expecting that, and it would result in everyone viewing her as an enemy of the demonic kingdom. The general would just like her to stop their invasion. Frorum is shocked when she finds out that they plan to attack the following day with a force of 300 men. Beazle was thinking if they could get some people from the village to defeat their forces in a way that will make them give up and turn back home. Frorum feels that if the dragons and the vampire sisters find out about this attack, it will likely end with the violent destruction of the demonic kingdom. The best cause of action would be to show them the difference in military might without mobilizing the village's forces. The following day, at the outskirts of the demonic kingdom, 3 members of the Lamia meet the marching unit and show a display of strength that immediately scares the soldiers. They plead for their lives to be spared, which surprises the 3 who expected more of a fight. That was so easy that they can't believe they're getting 10 boxes of apples for the job. The Lamia even contemplates punishing their attackers since they have them submitted on their knees. All the while, the trio of politically powerful idiots also stand there terrified as one of the logs almost hits them. After their defeat, the trio along with the princess are brought to the village to stay there for a little while. They are presented to Hiraku as acquaintances of Frorum from the kingdom, but the mayor notices that they froze solid in fear. She explains that they are willing to work like their lives depend on it, which has a double meaning. Hiraku carries on his observation that they look like they have been defeated and have surrendered to whatever horrors await. But the accountant glosses over his point and informs him that she plans to have them work for her for the time being. She doesn't mind if they are disposed of if they do anything to harm the village. Hearing this makes them recoil in fear. With the situation explained about the 3 girls, the mayor wants to know who the lady in the fancy chair is. Frorum just tells him that she is there to observe for a while, as the accountant wants to show her how things work in the village and prove that her living conditions are fine. The princess introduces herself as Yuri. Frorum tells the mayor that she doesn't need special treatment, but he needs to put her to work with the knowledge that she will be gone soon. Hiraku has work to do, so he leaves her to show them around the place. As soon as the coast is clear, the accountant informs them that if they do honest work for the village, then their transgression will be forgiven. They are to keep the incident a secret from the rest of the villagers and keep their real identities to themselves. She tells the princess again that she will not get any special treatment and will be just known as Yuri in the village. She doesn't have a problem with that at all. She gets happy that Frorum has addressed her so casually since it has been so long. They take a tour of the settlement. She shows her the grapes that are used to make the happy juice and all the other unique things about the farm. Yuri takes a liking to the Beast Boys when she comes across them. The trio begin to discuss the lucrative opportunity of getting apples to the kingdom in a manner which makes Rhea guess that they are nobles. However, they quickly keep quiet when Frorum gives them the death stare. The tour comes to an end when they are introduced to Lasti at the mayor's house. As the princess talks to her, the trio plan to escape back home before word gets out about their situation. They refuse to be the laughingstock of the kingdom. That night they try to jump over the log fence, but they faint when faced with infernal wolves. At a later date, They try to escape in broad daylight but are met by Zabuton, who gives them an iconic wave that scares them to the point that they fall unconscious. With 2 failed attempts, they sit in the office working as Frorum asks them if they have learned their lesson, to which they respond, they even promise to work like their lives depends on it. The girls should have gotten pointers from Michael Schofield. Hiraku is impressed with their hard work, and the accountant is happy that she can finally split the mountain of office work between them. She aims to keep them working as part of the town hall. The trio's group name has been changed to the Town Hall Girls. Frorum and Yuri later spend some quality time together. The princess is a little worried to see her petting an inferno wolf so casually. These creatures are dangerous enough that a single wolf can cause serious damage and harm to any city it enters. The princess is shown how to play catch with the canine before the two sit to talk. From their interaction, it is revealed that they were childhood friends. After seeing what the village has to offer, the princess can't believe that she tried to bring a war to such a wonderfully peaceful place. Frorum reminds her that whoever decides to take up arms against the settlement should be expecting to face a dragon's fire breath. She thought that the reported dragons living in the village was a line meant to deceive the demon kingdom. Yuri blames her old friend for pushing her to behave like this because of her sudden departure without talking directly to her. The accountant apologizes and promises to keep her in the loop going forward. That night, the trio comment that although the office work is hard, the food is great and they don't have to worry about stressful political conflicts. The baths at the village are also very relaxing. Watching them smile lets the mayor know that they are settling in well. One day, the trio are shocked when the princess prepares to do some manual labor and accidentally reveal her royal lineage, but they quickly correct themselves. As time goes on, everyone enjoys the good food and chilled ambience. They even appreciate the hardworking farming lifestyle. The day for Yuri to return has come. She expresses her gratitude for the way everyone treated her. The Beast Boys are sad to see her leave, but she promises to come and visit. Senna presents her with some freshly made snacks from the wheat harvest she helped with. They all wish her safe travels. As the trio stuff their face, they have no intention to follow her back for now and want to enjoy the quiet life for a little longer. The princess allows them to stay as she disappears with Beezle. Some time has passed since Yuri arrived from the village, and the Demon King has noticed that she is different, a lot more mature and dignified, but he complains a little that she doesn't make time for him. The general informs the king that from experience, daughters tend to grow into adults before their parents realize it. The king takes it as she met a man and starts to get heated, but Beezle calms him down, letting him know that his daughter is as single as a mofo. Meanwhile, at the village, they have started their pre-winter crop harvest, and their yield has been so good that the surplus almost fills the mayor's hall. Hiraku is happy that they had a good harvest. Lasti asks if it would be okay to send some of the extra produce to her father. Hakurin also wants to send some to her parents, who are Lasti's grandparents. The mayor doesn't have an issue with that, so Lasti drops some at her father's house before proceeding to drop Michael's order. While there, the merchant pleads with her to exterminate a monster at sea that has been attacking their trade vessels. The dragon makes light work of it and returns with some of its meat for Hiraku to make hot pot for them to enjoy. During that interval, Hakurin heads north to deliver her parents' share. On her way back, she found some elves that are interested in joining the settlement. Hiraku jumps the gun and labels them as dark elves, which confuses the group leader called Ya. She corrects him, telling him that they are known as mountain elves. My guy gets a flashback of how Kanye West was cancelled, so he quickly apologizes and pleads for them to forgive his ignorance. Rhea informs him that these elves can use fire and are meat eaters. Ya explains that they are struggling to find food in the mountains, which is why they need help. The mayor allows them to stay to their joy. Ya already wants to prove to the group that she's useful, so she offers to go into the dangerous forest to catch some food. Hiraku tries to warn her about the dangers, but she insists to go. By the close of the day, she comes back battered and bruised after being bullied by the creatures in the forest. She later walks in on the mayor trying to make some pottery, but it doesn't work because he doesn't have the right clay. Ya is quick to volunteer. She promises that she will find him the right type, which she does. This allows the mayor to make nice pottery. On a later day, it is brought to the mayor's attention that a dungeon has been found. Rhea informs him that it is different from the one where the Lamia live. It was found by the mountain elves up north in their habitat. They want permission to send a survey party there so that they can learn more about what they are facing. The Inferno Wolves get very excited that they get to run wild in another dungeon as Hiraku gives the go-ahead. During their absence, the men's bathhouse was finally finished. The mayor is already in there enjoying it till the Beast Boys join him and make a splash. Frorum goes past the male bathhouse and notices that the trio are waiting to hope to wash Hiraku's back. She warns them that they can't jump the queue to get the mayor's attention. Others are interested in him too. At a later date, the Dungeon Survey Party family return, and a group of the High Elves plead with the mayor to send an extermination party to it. There is a blood viper inside, and the meat contains nutrients that will help them pick seed. Hiraku is a bit hesitant about sending a party since winter is coming. They might find a White Walker in there. After that incident, the weather started to change, and one day Hiraku is called into Ria's room because she is not feeling well. From her symptoms, it is revealed that she is pregnant. Question is, who is the father? See you next week on Jerry Springer. That brings the episode to an end.